Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is ABOUTGH.football, and my name is Wowo. It's the end of the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco, and the Teranga Lions of Senegal have lifted the trophy for the very second time. As we did for last year's wrap-up, we're about to look at the players, the matches, and the highlights of the entire competition. The entire team is here with me, and I'm here with
Selwyn Saki.
And
I'm here to Enoch Fifi Forsen, but you can call me FSEN.
hey, are you launching your new nickname?
No. My nickname is everywhere. It's all over, and I think it's the best nickname anyone can have.
True. Now let's get right into it. Let's begin with the big one. Who was your player of the tournament? I know Sadio Mane was adjudged by CAF as the player of the tournament, but personally, who was your player of the tournament?
It's a difficult one to pick, but I think Morocco's midfielder, and now I'm not sure of the name. I'm still
El Enaoui.
Yeah.
I think he was brilliant, and for a 24-year-old to carry a midfield like Morocco in the absence of Amrabat, I think he was brilliant. He was one of two players who played every single minute of this competition, at 690 minutes, he and Naif Aged. So even with blood coming from his head and all that, he stayed on the field for the final and played 120 minutes. I think he was just brilliant. I like him. I think if top clubs are looking at him, he's one for the future. 24-year-old, he can anchor Morocco's midfield for the future. He was absolutely terrific.
Let me add that he comes from a family of sports people. His father is a big time tennis player in Morocco. So yes, his family is not.
I didn't get that. I didn't catch that. But he was exceptional.
Yes.
Maybe someone to rival him, I would say Papke. I'm not too much like goal centered when it comes to player of the tournament. I feel if you are going to focus too much on goals, then the best players are always going to, like, the popular players are always going to take it. But I think for someone like El Enaoui, it was brilliant. It was brilliant, absolutely.
Yeah. How are you?
I think we are thinking the same way because, but for me, I would have we have another category coming, but I'll put Enaoui there.
Yeah. But
then my best player has to be Papegay. Looking at what he did in this tournament, from the group stage, even though he scored some goals, but I'm not even looking at his goals, but the way he played in the midfield, the control, he never lost the ball when he was so comfortable. No pressure, dictated the play for his team, especially in the semi-final against Egypt, and what he did in the final, getting a winning goal. But generally, his performance, being a defensive midfielder, winning the ball, distributing his teammates, I think Papegay was immense in this tournament, and he deserves to be the best player.
For me, Yassine Bounou, he was really good, and he kept his composure the entire competition. He conceded just 2 goals. Obviously he won the Golden Glove, but he's too tall for his team, especially when they had like very funny defensive lapses. He was there to cover, and his hands, come on, very mighty. And so for me, Yassine Bounou was my player of the tournament. No disrespect to Sadio Mane, but Sadio Mane deserves it. But I mean, if you're awarding in addition to him, it should be Yassine Bounou for me. Now let's go from the best, let's go to the worst. Not the worst players, but the worst performance by any team in the competition. Who gets
for
that?
A team?
Yeah, for a team.
I think Gabon. Yeah, Gabon has to be. Yeah. I thought they were going to at least qualify as one of the 3rd best placed teams in this competition, because coming into this tournament, you looked at their performances in the World Cup qualifiers. They made it all the way to the playoffs, and I think they were just beaten by 2 or 3 points by Ivory Coast in the automatic qualification slot. Gabon were porous, and it's the reason when they got home, the sports minister was sacked. 2 players got suspended, but they've come back because I think they agree with me. Whoever took that decision agrees with me that they had the talent, they had the quality in their mix and the experience to back it, because they had players who had played in the AFCON since 2012. So I was so surprised. I was so surprised with how they performed, especially in the group where I think they should have even beaten Cameroon, who came into the tournament a bit chaotic and all that. So Gabon were, for me, the worst team. No doubt.
For me, I think Botswana.
Yes.
They came to waste our time. They didn't score a single goal. Nothing happened with them. So I think for me, Botswana, they were the worst team for me. Yeah.
To be honest, Botswana, please. No, nah.
Oh,
Let me
were
break
you
out that
expecting
because
anything from Botswana?
no, at least one goal. Come on.
I wasn't expecting anything.
Come on, no.
From this team.
Nah, not a single goal. No, inexcusable, please. So Botswana was the worst team of the competition. Now let's move to my favorite, the goal of the tournament. That's a difficult one to choose. But I'll start with Selwyn first.
For me, I think El Kabi's goal, looking at it being the first game of the tournament, the occasion, the magnitude, and the first goal in the tournament. I mean, to score the first game of the tournament, to score a goal like that, bicycle kick, to have that ability to do that. I think El Kabi's goal for me should do the best goal for the game.
There for Morocco to take advantage. Salah in. Oh, that is sensational! That is glorious! The rain is falling down.
No. I don't fancy bicycle kicks and all that. I think it was okay. Yeah, Calvi's goal, incredible, fantastic.
No, that's a hard technique to pull.
I understand, but I think
it's hard.
For my goal, I'm going to pick like a more tense game and a more difficult game to pull off a goal like that. Bobina, goal against DR Congo. I think, yeah.
Algerian?
Yeah, the Algerian guy. The power behind the shot and all that, and the occasion.
Lift off of the Moulay Al Hassan Stadium. And finally, and how Algeria.
Even maybe PUBG, I can even pick PUBG's goal
in the final. Yes,
because running half the length of the field and just beating the goalkeeper of the tournament, Yassine Bono. I think these two goals, difficult to pick one, but maybe I'll give it to PUBG. But I think Bobina's goal was also incredible.
Yeah.
But El Kabi, next time, man. Next time.
El Kabi's goal is
but
nice.
I was watching the round of 16 goals and I saw one by Amin Abdallah, Sudan versus Senegal.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah, that was a good
God,
goal.
the power. No, come on. That was my goal of the tournament.
And Sudan have the early lead.
I think we can move on, right? Yes. I think this one, we all have the same answer. The most intense game of the tournament.
Most intense game? Has to be Morocco versus Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was the most intense. And I think in the game was on the same level from start to finish.
Yeah.
This is what I think, because even in the final, there were some points you could see they were a bit relaxed and all that. But
true. I think the Moroccans said that it was a final for them.
Yeah. The Moroccans did not stop running. The Nigerians also did not stop playing. Calvin Bassey, excellent. And you see the youngsters, all Kalous and all that, running for 120. I think it was the most intense game.
Yeah, but that's debatable, considering that was the game that Nigerians say that their team didn't come to the party.
Yeah, but you're asking intensity. Although they didn't come to the party, a few players did. You can mention maybe the attackers didn't come to the party, but Calvin Bassey, Wapali, all those boys, they stood their ground. They didn't concede a goal for 120 minutes. Don't forget. So that's what I'm saying. Because the kind of those, even the game was very cagey, not enough like big chances and open chances for anyone. So I think I'll pick that. It was the final before the final.
For me, it's a final. The intensity of the final, the atmosphere was crazy.
Hostile,
For me, I don't know about the media stand, but where we were, we stood for 90 minutes. We didn't sit down from the first whistle. All the fans were up, and I was even asking like, bro, when these people sit down, because I'm a 30-year-old man, I need to sit down, my back is hurting. But everybody was standing throughout the game, and the jeers and the whistles, the whole atmosphere was so hostile. And yeah, for me, the final was a crazy experience, and I think that has been the most intense game ever.
Yes, it was definitely intense. look, I don't like. There's no words to describe it. We're there for the Nigeria game. Also stood for 90 minutes, but this one a lot was at stake. And even with those moments where players had to be called off and back and all of that, and even blood. See, listen. When I saw the blood, I knew that this was the game. Honestly, when I saw the blood, I just knew that this was
not
that
Africans
was the game.
are like that. They play their ass out. I think there's a reason when they lose, they cry a lot because they know they give.
I don't even think they
the
cried
field.
enough last night.
Oh,
I don't think they cried enough.
they
didn't look like it.
they left everything on the field.
Yes, so now finally our last one, the best new player or the young player of the competition. You mentioned
That's why I put El Enawi. Even though
El
he's
Enawi.
24, but for me, I think there's the first time I'm actually paying attention to him, and he was a great player. I mean,
The best new player, although I agree with Selwyn, I think another player also deserves a shout. Ako Adams of Nigeria.
Yes,
His first
yes,
AFCON.
yes.
I think he got his debut for Nigeria in October 2025.
first AFCON. Is he not 30 or?
It doesn't matter.
Mbaye, teenager, 17 years old, scored a goal. No, you have my heart, honestly. And he didn't look like it was not a familiar ground. He did it, and I'm so happy that he played under the leadership of Sadio Mane and Mendy and all those guys. Good exposure for his very first AFCON, and hopefully we'll see him in East Africa for the next AFCON. So I think any more comment?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I think we've picked the best in every
Of the
category.
best.
And if Kaf is watching this video, they will understand that we really watched the game. We weren't sentimental about our choices, because when I saw Sadio Mane as best player, I'm like,
Anywho, so we still want to also hear from you on who your best player of the competition was, best goal, most intense game, best new player of the discovery, and all of that right in the comment section. And so we'll see you in our next video. My name is Wowo, and I did this with
so Saki.
and Efson.
bye-bye.